Welcome back to TalkBack. We are with Omer Abdullah talking about Kashmir, of course. Mr. Abdullah, Dawn, February 14, 2008, emerging realities in Kashmiri politics. Recently, Kashmiri domestic politics took a dramatic turn when pro-India National Conference President Omer Abdullah made a striking demand. He said that no solution of Kashmir was possible without the involvement of the Hizbul Mujahideen in the dialogue process. He urged India and Pakistan to hold talks with the United Jihad Council and Hizbul Mujahideen chief Sayyid Salahuddin.
I don't see why this statement of mine was blown out of proportion the way it was, because all I was doing was recognizing what we had anyway done in the year 2000. My father was chief minister in a government where the Hizbul Mujahideen declared a ceasefire and came and talked to the government of India. It's a different matter that at that time the situation was such that that dialogue did not reach its logical conclusion. But that in itself was a recognition of the fact that the Hizbul Mujahideen were a part of the problem and needed to be made part of the solution. The fact of the matter is that the Hizbul Mujahideen is the single largest indigenous Kashmiri militant outfit. And therefore, if you want a lasting solution to the problem in Jammu and Kashmir, which involves the end to violence, they will certainly have to be talked to and in some way made a part of the process. So all I was saying in this quote in the Dawn was what our government had done in the year 2000, which was 7 years before this statement.
But this is a softening up to them.
Not at all. How is it? If we could talk to them in 2000, how am I softening up to them in 2007?
There was a ceasefire then.
I'm not for a moment advocating that you talk to them without a ceasefire. I don't think anybody can talk with the barrel of a gun pointing at their head. It would neither be possible for the Indian security forces to take this dialogue forward if there wasn't a ceasefire on both sides, nor for the militant leadership or the militants on the ground.
But some are calling this statement as election year tactic.
No, not at all. I had no elections in 2007.
This is 08, Feb 14th.
Well, in which case that's fine, but even then, we had no elections in the year 2000 when we actually had the dialogue.
All right. Recently, while in Pakistan at a conference, you also said that we are ready to accept any other solution which is acceptable to the people of the state and is better than the roadmap put forward by my party.
No, I added to that which is negotiated by India and Pakistan and is acceptable to the people of Jammu and Kashmir.
Even on that note, with that clarification, what do you think?
I don't have to think. I'm saying that you think. I have put my roadmap forward. My roadmap calls for the restoration of greater autonomy to the two sides of Jammu and Kashmir. If you can come up with a better proposal that India and Pakistan are willing to agree on, that the people of Jammu and Kashmir believe keeps their interests in mind, by all means, I'll be happy to throw my weight behind it. I won't oppose it. But what I'm telling you is that I can't think of a better solution than this. But I'm not the most intelligent person in this world. My party is not made up of God's gift to mankind. And therefore, sure, there must be people who can see the situation better than us.
I come back to the 4 points. Do you think the 4 points are a better solution?
I think the 4 points give us something to talk about. My only hope is that the new government in Pakistan actually takes the process forward from where it is, rather than restarts the process at point zero. I don't think we have the time or the inclination perhaps to reinvent the wheel. A certain amount of groundwork has been done, and I just hope that the two governments, particularly the government in Pakistan now, takes this forward from where we are.
Last question. You are the inheritor of a political dynasty. You are the helm of affairs of the National Conference because either you are the son or the grandson of Farooq Abdullah and Sheikh Abdullah respectively. Are political dynasties healthy for democracy?
I think political dynasties have been merged into democracy, and you can't separate the two. I don't see why you should. You don't ask a cricketer's son why he plays cricket, or a film star's son why he acts in movies. Abhishek Bachchan acts in movies because Amitabh Bachchan was a movie star. I'm a politician because my father and grandfather were politicians. I go back to the people at least once every 5 years, if not more often than that, and get an endorsement from them as to my acceptability in politics. When the people stop endorsing me is when I realize that I don't have anything to offer them. But just because I belong to a particular family shouldn't mean that I can't play a part in politics. Sure, it makes it easier for me to enter, it makes it easier for me to get where I have got, but at the end of the day, my fate is decided by people. And so long as they stamp my report card positively, I'll keep doing what I'm doing.
There's no guilty conscience because
No, absolutely not. Why should I feel guilty?
Being in a political dynasty,
No,
inheriting the party?
I don't inherit anything. I work for it. An inheritance would be something that I wouldn't have to do anything for, and I could sit at home and reap the benefits of it. But I work 24/7 to try and keep this party active and relevant to the state of Jammu and Kashmir and to the relations between India and Pakistan. So it's not a bed of roses. More often than not, it's a crown of thorns that one has to wear, and I do so willingly.
It's an election year, this year, which is elections are supposed to be. You're saying maybe October.
I would expect them to be around then. Yeah.
Are you looking forward to being Chief Minister?
No.
And how do you feel about that?
I have no problems with it.
But he wasn't running till recently, was he?
He had decided to step out in 2002, and colleagues and myself have been discussing with him the fact that the extraordinary circumstances that prevail in the state today would make it more prudent for him to take a leadership role and not stay on the back seat.
Don't you think it's your time?
No, not at all. I'm 38. I have, going by political structures in the subcontinent, I have another 42 years of time available to me. So, no, my time will come when my time comes.
You've had operational disagreements with your father, though, in the past, politically.
Not at all. Not at all. We have discussions at which it's but obvious that we are two individuals, and therefore we may see the same situation differently. But there have not been disagreements.
Omer Abdullah, thanks for coming to Talk Back.
Pleasure.
Thanks for talking back. Thank you for watching this special episode of Talk Back from our Eye on India series. We were, of course, with Omer Abdullah talking about Kashmir. We hope you enjoyed it. Email us at talkback@dawnnews.tv. Your views are important to us. That's it from me, Wajahat S and the rest of the Talk Back team. Good night.
This program was brought to you in association with